Behind me is a lost grave, and it's a grave that is so important to women's history, although not particularly the nicest of women's history. I'm talking about Bridget Driscoll, who was born in 1851 in Ireland and was living at 137 Old Town, Croydon in 1896. On August the 19th of that year, she alongside her friend and her daughter came along to the Crystal Palace to go to the Catholic League of the Cross, which was an exhibition focused on temperance. As she was making her way to the exhibition, she came across a motor event. It was a demonstration by the Anglo-French company of a horseless carriage, a brand spanking new invention of the time, and it's being driven by a young mechanic by the name of Arthur Edsel. Now, he'd only been doing the job for 3 weeks, he wasn't particularly great at it, and as he was driving down Dolphin Terrace, which is the lower terrace of the Crystal Palace, he was shouting at Bridget to get out the way, get out the way. He was only going 4 miles an hour, but there was a very significant chance he would probably hit her. Anyway, she didn't listen to the calls and she was then struck and fatally injured by the car. Now, an inquest was launched in Penge a couple of days afterwards. Such was the nature and uniqueness of her death. And it was ruled that, she probably should have been paying more attention. Arthur hadn't been given instruction whether to be driving on the left or the right, and any kind of warnings and signs weren't actually kind of made known to the general public who were walking around the area at the time. Now, it was reported in the papers that her death was an accident and should never happen again. Well, it's 2020. There are so many car accidents now where people are struck and killed by them. But she was the first, and her grave is now no longer in existence, but she's still here. We should remember her history.